wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It's Wednesday. That means it's time for Jon Moxley and Cormidor. What was that guy's name? Commander. Cormidor sounds way cooler. That's Dalitha. I am Travis, and we're starting it out with that match right now.
Well, we'll see what happens from the fallout from All In this last weekend.
And the build-up to All Out this weekend.
Next weekend. Everybody get your game on to watch a whole bunch of wrestling.
Back to back to back to back. Like Barry Bonds hitting home runs up in here. Eyes forward.
No. Yeah, you're completely... That's from the chair, and I bet the chair's got caca on it, too.
I don't like it.
Yeah, well, maybe
like
you shouldn't rub the chair on it, because now the chair probably has a rub spot, too.
It's rubbing the wrong way.
But it's got a... I bet it's all sorts of fucked up back there.
Beautiful. You wouldn't even know.
What the fuck ever.
Seriously,
You're saying that.
Rub
You're
your
like,
finger there.
I'm going to say it, but I'm not going to say it personally like normal.
Walter doesn't have any cable because he's got rain.
Are you underwater? Saw some live videos of people underwater.
Why would they be? Walter is in Alabama. Why would he be underwater?
He's not in Alabama.
He's not?
No.
Where's Walter at then?
He lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. That's right.
But I want to know for sure.
We had somebody that was from Alabama in here.
We did.
Okay. Not crazy.
He always cooked meat.
Yeah, that's right. Is that the meat cooker that burnt themselves?
I don't remember.
I thought it was a different guy. Anyways, Walter is in the chat. Harley is with us. And Ayla is with us. Hello. How are you guys?
Hoo-ah.
Now, I don't know if he said no, he's not underwater, or he was telling me no, he's in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, I just noticed that in Florida, a lot of people were underwater.
I hope people is okay. He probably doesn't have any power.
And Georgia's pretty damn close to Florida.
Well, the way it was coming, it would have... Piccolo would have probably got quite a bit of craps. It was like, Walter, how deep is the water? Yeah, it's raining there. How much water you got? Is your drain system keeping up with it?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, I think he killed him. I think it's already over.
It should be, but they'll probably keep it going. Commander!
But Walter did win some bingo twice today, and he got gift cards and Starbucks. A QT gift card and Starbucks gift card.
QT
What's a
Marshall?
QT? What's QT? I don't know what that is.
It means hot. Pretty.
No, I'm pretty sure it means a place.
Quebec tennis courts. Jon Mox.
Walter wants to know how it's going. Harley wants to know how it's going for Walter, and Ayla's like, get a ruler and measure. Walter's like, not too bad. Rain, quick trip. Oh, it's like a convenience store. Got it. Quick trip. Ayla's like, I need the exact amount of water via inches. Do you? Do you?
Give it to her in milliliters and make her do the math.
No, centimeters.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Commander Cool is so good at this jumping around stuff.
Ayla, did you hear the news about Aunt Carrie? Figure out to throw that out here.
Oh, wow, I have no idea. What's the news? Do I get to know?
You can all find out at the same time. I don't know. Ayla might already know.
Okay.
That's why I was asking.
We don't know yet because she's telling Walter to get a scale and measure out in ounces. She's like, did I hear what?
About Carrie. Aunt Carrie.
Walter says, I'm glad I'm not in Florida. They got flooded and no power. Wondered.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy in Florida.
I wonder if it hit Piccola. If you're here out there, Piccola, and you hear us, I hope you're okay.
One dude was pushing like a, I want to call it a canoe, but that's the wrong word for it. Like a kayak. Mm-hmm. He has wife in it. He's all just pushing it down the street, and she's all live streaming.
That's funny.
And he's up to past his waist, you know.
Illa's like, sorry, George was talking when you were. No, what happened?
She is not doing too well. She got her gallbladder taken out less than a year ago, and she got gallstones.
Without a gallbladder?
Because you can still do it through the bile. Anyways, so she didn't do anything about it, so she's toxic, or like it's called something else. It's called
like toxicity.
Yeah. Anyways, her blood turned on her, and she's in the ICU, and they're gonna try to life flight her down to Utah.
Septic.
And they're trying to get her down to Utah once a room opens up.
Why? Because Boise isn't good enough to handle it? What's
What's
wrong with their fucking medical shit
There's
here?
a surgeon that specializes in the Utah University.
The University of Utah?
Yeah.
As a specialist?
But they have to have a bed. And that was the last I had talked to Stormy, and that was about 4 hours ago.
That's shitty.
So I'm hoping that they get her down there and get it taken
fixed,
care of.
Yeah.
Because that blood toxicity shit can go bad.
Being septic, yeah.
Yeah, that's what my grandma died from not too long ago.
That's what Ayla just said. That's how Jerry passed septic from a UTI. That's what happens when you put things off. Ayla. Kidney infection girl. Walter wants Jon Moxley to win.
Yeah. Jon Moxley, huh? That's a strange one.
Walter says, I'm glad I'm not in Florida. They got flooded and no power. And Walter also says, I got cable back satellite. Maybe he doesn't know Commander. Maybe he's a fan of Moxley.
It's like Commander Aziz. Remember him?
Something. Or I was like in Georgia, maybe 4 to 5 inches outside. Like standing water, or it's just pouring rain like that. Harley says, send your prayers to Travis for your family.
Thank you. I have a question about getting your satellite back, but yet it's raining so much. Do you actually get to see what's on your satellite?
I don't know. Sounds like it. You
'Cause
knew
in
that
the winter
Jon Moxley
here-
was going.
In the winter here, we don't get to see a lot of satellite unless I go out and brush it off and move the clouds a little bit. I have to get my blower and blow the clouds out because we're so high in the mountains.
That's hilarious.
It's science.
Is it?
I like to change the weather pattern sometimes.
Science?
I just use a DeWalt leaf blower. And I can send storms in different directions.
Ayla's like, that's why the doctor is kind of worried about me. I'm having silent UTI. No symptoms at all, and it's going to my kidneys. Doctor called it silent UTI. I didn't make it up. Yeah, I'd be worried too. That's very dangerous for sure. Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris says, so is that a step down for Mox if he wins this match? He'll essentially get a shot at OC for international title unless Mox makes it mean something.
No, it's definitely a downgrade.
It's him, I guess, pushing people over or something, or he just wants to keep busy, or he doesn't care who he wrestles, or I don't know what it means. Quentin Mitchell in the chat. Hey, Quentin says Tony Khan announced that coming October, AEW presents Wrestle Dream. And Walter says now the hurricane is going to North Carolina, moving north, then to the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it came from the ocean. It's going through the land and onto the ocean.
Yeah, it's coming for the Gulf, though. Up.
They do have those every once in a while.
Well, I know they go into the Gulf, but I've never seen one actually in the Gulf head backwards, back to the northeast. That to me is strange, but it could be normal. I just don't pay a lot of attention.
We had really weird wind today. Did you notice that when you were outside burning yourself to death?
This is from a tanning bed and then going outside. But yes,
What
I
did I
did not
say?
know what direction the wind was blowing straight north.
To the north?
Straight north, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I grabbed
I thought it was weird when I was coming in.
I grabbed some
this
hair
morning.
off of Argus, just a little bit, and let it go, and it flew right in my face. Usually it would fly across the yard that way, but it flew straight up, and I'm like, what the?
I don't know what we're getting, but the wind out there is cold.
Is it northern?
I don't know. That's why I said I don't know what kind of wind we're getting because it's like kind of chilly. I was like, oh, that's weird.
You got to Tiger Woods it. You pull some grass out and just throw it up in the air. Oh, no. That's a DDT.
Oh, no. Quentin says Xavier Woods is injured again after Drew McIntyre hit him with a chair.
You know,
Is it real or is that a fake one?
I was not surprised. It looked like it actually did hurt.
Walter says CM Punk and Jack Perry got suspended after their fight. Oh, yeah? So it was real?
Goofy shit. That's just goofy.
Quentin says, what's going on with the Outcasts? I don't know. They hate each other.
Well, after Sunday, I would assume that Toni Storm's probably on her way out, would be my guess. Since she's the one that turned on Ruby and Saraya. And Saraya's the champion. Yeah.
Turned on him, or she
well,
accidentally
Ruby
hit him?
came in and she attacked Ruby because Ruby was trying to break him up because they were fighting because it was a four-way match. Mm-hmm. And so Ruby's like, "Hey, we're a team. Remember that, everybody." And then she turned on Ruby, like she attacked her and punched her and did moves. To it. Oh, Commander Aziz.
I think they should have had I think they should have kept the title on Sheeta for a while longer.
I like Sheeta. I don't like that they put the title on her and took it off of her. But what they should have done is not put it on her in the first place.
Exactly.
And then, because I'm okay with... Oh, there it is. It's over. Ring the bell. 8 minutes, 38 seconds.
8 minutes.
Anyways, but I do agree with Paige being champion. I'm just...
Hey, Travis is the man.
It's true. I've heard that.
Is that for you?
Probably.
Is somebody out in the AEW audience for Travis tonight? Aw. Look, Travis is the man.
They're in Chicago.
Look at my eyes. What do you see? Where is Jack Perry? That person says, hi, Jenny. Hi, Jenny. 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 Jenny.
Travis is the man. But I want to know for sure.
Who is that?
That's what you do when you're a wrestler, even if you're a heel.
Ella says it's dangerous because kidney infections can make the infection go to the blood, aka septic. True that, my friend. Walter says Moxley likes hardcore matches. This isn't really hardcore, but okay.
So hardcore.
Ella's like, anyways, hopefully Aunt Carrie will be okay, right?
Yeah, that's the hope right now. We're all kind of waiting. I know my Aunt Deborah was pretty torn up. She was crying, and she was heading up to Boise. And I'm like, why are you going to Boise instead of Utah? Because they're going to take her to Utah. By the time you get to Boise, you're going to have to turn around and drive
all the way to Utah?
But, I mean, she knows what she's doing, I guess.
Chris says, Travis, thoughts on a tag team in a handicap match versus a main event wrestler? Like a tag power level to me is 50-50 versus a star at 100%. Can the tag team beat them?
Are we talking about a tag team wrestler going up against a singles wrestler?
Travis, thoughts on a tag team in a handicap match versus a main event wrestler?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, a tag team should win that. But how they book those usually when they do that is to put the singles wrestler over. But if it's like a punishment, that's the way to do it. Like, hey, you can't do that. And then they put a punishment and then they have to wrestle a top tag team. That's the way to go. And then the tag team would win.
Huh.
We offer respect to you. Wah, wah, wah.
Walter says, sending prayers to Travis's family. Yeah, thank you, Walter. Chris says, like, for example, a tag team Road Warrior versus a Stone Cold. If they are a well-equipped tag team, they could beat a main eventer.
Oh, absolutely. The Road Warriors are... Plus, either of the Road Warriors were elite also. I was thinking more like the Usos versus Roman Reigns or something. Right? Look, we're going to have a little 8-man tag match coming up, it looks like.
Guy is like handicap looking.
The Neanderthal looking one.
Yeah. And he has like a really, I don't know if they're scars or if they're stretch marks, but really bad, like right here. And it's like, how would you even get that if you're that tiny? You're so small, you have no muscle whatsoever.
Yeah, but he might have been really, really small at one point. I like how he has his own cardboard cutout.
My bosses have those.
Of themselves?
I bought them. I bought them to take to like other places, right? So that it could look like they're holding a sign. That was my idea for doing some marketing for them.
That's funny, I think.
I think they're awesome, and everybody talks about them. Like, no shit. Like, you just made a comment about it. So, Pia, oh my gosh, there's a cardboard cutout of so-and-so.
That's awesome. Somebody around here make them, or did you have to order them from, like, FanDuel or something?
Yeah, that place, whatever it is, yeah. Not OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, cut out. Big titties.
Tonight, Orange Cassidy versus Penta El Zero Bueno. Chris Jericho's going to talk to us up next. Oh, goody gumdrops, and we're yakety schmacks. Walter's like, Moxley wins. And Walter says at 9:05, I'm going, but I'll be here Friday, 8 p.m. for SmackDown. Cool, Walter. We'll be here too, and then we're going to be here all weekend. Rosella's in the chat. Hey, Rosella, how are you doing? It looks like a Google that supposedly 90% of Florida has a power outage as of 8 hours ago.
Yeah, it was pretty wet, pretty deep. Some of the people there, though, were like, yeah, I'm staying. So they stayed, and then you could just see the water and stuff because they wanted to hang out through it.
Oh,
and it's pretty damn deep. And people are like, aren't you scared of the alligators? They're like, no, just the snakes. Because the snakes are scarier.
Well, yeah, they are. Yeah.
Water moccasin.
They're like, I don't want to be in the water.
The crazy part is they were just getting a scheme together to hunt all the snakes and the invasive species. They were literally just putting together like a big old thing where they were going to trample through all that. And now I don't know if this changes it.
Can they survive that stuff? The big pythons?
Yeah.
They swim in water?
They just get in a tree on roofs and shit. They're massive. They climb trees. Yeah. There's a video, I don't know if I sent it to you, of one that was on this person's roof and it was going into a tree. And you're like,
it was in Australia. They called that a carpet snake.
And it just kept going and going.
Yeah. They call it a carpet snake. It's in Australia, not anywhere in the United States. In Australia.
Might be a different one. It's some sort of a python. They have pythons in Australia.
The one you sent me, I watched. It was in Australia. The people were from Australia talking with an Australian accent and talking about the snake. And they're like, that's the carpet snake. Like, that's what they call it.
So they have 20-foot pythons there.
And the kid's like, no, that's a roof snake. I guess.
Because the koalas have no natural predators.
People in there were like, that's an anaconda.
It definitely wasn't an anaconda. But it looked like a reticulated python. But
anyway.
I watched those things hunt monkeys, the reticulated pythons, and they go up trees in seconds. And that's what's in Florida. Those. And that's
Why don't they eat the herpes monkeys then?
Because they're too busy eating gators and everything else that are important. The monkeys are also invasive.
I know they are, and they don't want to kill them because people are like, they're killing monkeys. And it's like, they don't belong here. Kill them. It's like all the iguanas that we have, too.
I don't know.
Like, there's like an abundance of them. And they're not from here either.
Yeah, but you would think that the other animals would kill them.
No, those get huge, too. It's insane
I know
how many of them are.
Giant,
there
but
are.
They don't get big enough to eat
Like,
alligators.
it gets cold down there, and they just, like, fall over out of trees and shit. So you'll be walking, and people are like, yeah, it got really cold. Remember when they'd have all those cold snaps, and they'd show those videos in Florida?
And the gators' noses would be above the ice.
Yeah, but also, did you ever watch the ones where they were, like, in the city kind of area where there's a whole bunch of trees? And iguanas just literally will fall out of the trees on people and hurt you because they're like, they're a reptile. So they're just, like, all frozen, basically.
But they can survive it when they heat up.
Yeah, when they get warm again, they're fine. But they will go
cool.
around and, like, gather them up and, like, euthanize them because they're invasive. So, like, they're like, oh, so God, it's cold in Florida right now.
Now, all these people that live in Florida, or these nice places, it doesn't have to necessarily be Florida, buy these animals because they're super cool, but then when they get sick of them, they let them go or they escape, however they get rid of them. And they can live. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Like here, they're not living. Like, they'll live through the summer, and then they'll die. Because they ain't surviving our winter.
No.
Not 6 months of cold.
Rosella says, you're glitching out for me or well cutting out. That's probably just something you need to go back out and come in. Chris says, I'm sure Bucks will betray FTR and make Bullet Club Gold bigger. Then you put Omega as leader of Bullet Club Gold, and they will be a step closer to being like an OG version of Bullet Club. That's a lot of people. Bullet Clubbing.
Well, look at her. Oh, my God.
What the fuck is wrong with her face?
I don't know.
John
Why
Sparkland
is she being an old lady?
Why is she being a what?
Old lady. She reminds me of an old lady with the hair curlers.
Sucked. Wibbly went tits up. That was my dad's saying about things when they died.
Mm-hmm.
So is she going crazy?
Yeah, I guess. She can't trust her shoes.
Ew.
Chris
Renee's
Jericho.
like, I'm wearing this really tight shirt to make my boobs look like they're smashed into myself, and it looks gross. Don't wear bras, girls. You don't want to push those puppies up anywhere.
She likes them around her waist.
She likes them down here and flat as pancakes. John's like, what's going up? What's up, gang? What's going up, gang? What's up, gang? Yay, how's it going, John? Ravi's also in the chat. Hey, Ravi says, what up, knuckleheads? Did you finally decide to wake up, Ravi? That's good. It was like, well, with an alligator or crocodile, you just need a tree to confuse them. Snakes are not so easily confused.
Well, you don't have to worry about big snakes as a human. Like,
I don't know. I've seen people get wrapped up in those big snakes, especially those people that hunt them. Saw it. The guy is like, you gotta make sure you do this. Stay away from him, because it was all like around him. Mm-hmm. Like, if you weren't strong, you wouldn't be able to get away from that. Well, it would like, it wouldn't be able to maybe eat you. No. But it definitely constrict you to kill you.
Do this thing.
Poke it in the eye.
That's what you do, is you try to rip their face apart.
Your face! Rip their jaws off.
You do. It's brutal, but that's how you have to do it. Eat the snake before it eats you.
Whack, whack, whack!
Eat the snake before it eats you.
Bastard!
Just have your knife on you and take its head
Just
off.
do not use a nail gun and hold the snake's head in your hand to shoot it. Don't do that.
Snake to my hand.
It was like, don't koalas have the herp? They might have
yes.
they have a form of herpes too. But there's these monkeys that somebody brought over in, like, what was it, the 18?
No, it wasn't that long ago. Just throughout the 90s and 80s.
No, I thought they had been there for a while. Maybe it was the 70s. Sophie's like, hi, on the road from being in a hotel for a day and going back home because my roommate has to go back to work tomorrow. Oh, yeah? They aren't going to get it off from all the rain and no power? Do you have power where you're going, Sophie? Because everybody else doesn't have power. It's Ayla's asking if you have power. Walter's like, Tony Storm, mad, okay, now Jericho promo. I want fights. Yeah, Walter, good luck with that. Piccola is in the chat, so he is alive, and he seems to be okay. Did I come in at a bad time? I had to cut the lawn when it's not so hot. Mission accomplished. So Piccola does not have any...
Right, but he's like Where he's at is like mainland United States, right? Like if you took a line and cut it, he's still on the United
Kinda.
He's not in the Panhandle or whatever that called peninsula.
I know,
He's
but
on the
still. but still.
I think.
mean,
at least he could.
You get some residual stuff.
I'm sure.
I mean, Walter's getting crap and he's in Georgia.
It didn't rain.
I know, he's cutting his lawn.
With his electric lawnmower. No, just kidding.
In the rain. That gave me a bit of a jolt today.
That'll wake you up.
Oh, let's see. Walter's like, more pay-per-views this weekend? Yeah. And Pico's like, did I come at a bad time? No, not that I know of.
No.
We're just talking about animals having herpes, in Florida and whatnot. Good times.
Snakes and gators.
It was like, I tucked my titties into my waistband.
Right. That's what Renee does here.
Exactly. Pico says he had to cut the lawn, and Harley says, my question is, how are they going to put together a pay-per-view? They supposedly have a couple matches already made up.
We have 3 that we know of right now.
Yeah. Pico says LOD was barking or something. I was eating a snake. I was showing you how you eat a snake. That you're trying to fight off of you. A reticulating python that's trying to kill you. John's like, tuck away, Ayla. And Vindicator's also in the chat, says, I am also alive and seem to be okay. Okay, are you in Florida?
If that's like a 25-footer, I don't know. It might be able to kill a full-grown man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how. If it bit onto you, because they bite. They have teeth.
Yeah, but
and they're like razor teeth, and they have rows of them, and they're just like, and they grip. They're like grippy teeth.
Right, but
they're not like pointy fang teeth. Like
the important part is to stop the constriction. The bite isn't gonna do any real damage.
Yeah, it does. Have you seen somebody get bit by one of those things?
My point is,
my God,
the bite isn't gonna kill you.
Well, it might not, but you might lose an arm.
No.
Yeah. Sammy Guevara's getting an apology from Chris Jericho. How creepy
like
is that?
Here.
It's very... It's almost worse than the limp handshakes.
No.
Or the wet ones. You like those?
I don't know what that is.
Where people have like really like slimy... Because they're like...
Sweaty?
Sweaty handshake.
They're all
like,
nervous.
He's like, I'm not going to shake your hand. Give me a hug. We're besties forever. He's like, I hate you so much. Fuck. Sammy doing something weird because they don't show him on camera and they're just showing Chris. Did he leave? Oh, there he is.
Whack. That's what I was thinking too when I watched it, because I actually said that out loud.
Shame. Vindicator is alive, but he doesn't tell me if he's in Florida. So that's why I'm curious. Are you in Florida too? Is that why you're telling us you're alive? Are you in the southern area of the United States? Gwen's like, Tony can't blame nobody but herself when she accidentally punched Soraya's mom. Pico's like, right, I'm in the scrotum of dangling Florida. You're in the ball sack. Walter's like, Sammy. Ayla's like, how are you mowing underwater? John's like, I thought I heard barking. Robbie's like, oh, only you could think that. And Robbie's like, Ayla, only you would do that. And Pico's like, oh, okay, carry on then. Chris says, oh, someone in crowd says hi to me, and Travis is the man. That has to be someone from our channel. Oh my God.
They're in Chicago though, so.
Is this one in Chicago? Are they in Chicago for this too, besides the pay-per-view?
Yeah, right now in Chicago.
Oh. It was like, not true. Duluth said another girl on TV does it.
Shakes hands.
Does what?
Limp hands.
Mowing underwater? I don't know what's happening, Ayla. Feels like oar in one hand, mower in the other, Ayla. And Ayla's like only in Florida. Just kidding. Well, it's like good respect in AEW. Phil says, that would be me right now. Grass clippings and marshy wet palms. Yee. Ayla's like, Vin is in Texas? Maybe. I mean, it's Tyler Moxley is in the chat. Hey, Tyler, good to see you tonight. It says, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Pretty good. How are you doing? How's your face? How is your face? It was like, puts their titties in their waistband. Oh, yeah, Renee. Renee puts her titties in her waistband. She shows it off a lot. It's gross.
She don't care. She doesn't even own a bra anymore.
She's like, I don't care about my life or my body or anything. I married some dumb shit
right here
and
in
had a baby.
In
this very arena.
This is a United Center. This is where Jordan played.
It was like, see, Robbie, I'm not alone. You've lost it outside.
That's true.
Oh, that's mean. Pulling out all the stops. He's like, I'm your friend. Not your friend. Jerk. Sammy's an ass.
Sammy was fine, but Jericho said that you should have hit him harder with the baseball bat.
Oh, and then he freaked out, huh? And Vin's like, am I, Ayla? I might be in Ireland or England. Whatever. You're totally in America. Pickle's like, eating any solids yet, Tyler? Tyler's like, my face is doing better. I can still say rub. Thanks for asking, Delete.
Rub.
No problem. Just want to make sure you're okay and you don't have any dry sockets and whatnot, you know. Walter says, oh, geez. Come on, guys. Hurry up. More AEW matches. They got to talk, Walter, for 10 years. It was like, I could swear you have mentioned you're in Texas unless you've moved. What are you doing?
Looking at my underskin. When I lay out in the sun, I lay like this.
Why? So you don't have...
So I don't have the white under here.
Why? Okay, weirdo.
Plus I grab a boob this way.
It was like, did they break your jaw to get them teeth out? Pickle's like, fight, Sammy. Put him in the dirt.
That's what they had to do to my neighbor.
They put him in traction in his jaw, so he has to suck Everly's food through a straw. They're like, oh, you want hamburgers and shakes? Okay.
Vitamix.
Just put it in a ninja. Puree.
Vitamix.
Oh, Vitamix, sorry.
Turn it all the way up. Don't be afraid to use it on 10.
Feels like, fight, Sammy, put him in the dirt. Nah, they hugged each other and made up and kissed.
Of course they will.
Chris was like, so Chris gonna kick his ass? No, they made friends.
They'll probably
Tyler's like, according to my doctor, I may be able to eat solids soon and go for a follow-up appointment next week. Nice.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
No, Ayla, that broke your jaw. And he was like, maybe. Rise 8D, you would look good in that sparkling jacket Chris has on. Yeah, it will accentuate how big my shoulders already are. Thanks, Ravi.
Why do you have big shoulders?
I don't know. You called me fat earlier.
I did not call you fat.
You totally did.
I was talking to the cat.
He was calling me fat in conversation. We were having a conversation and he called me fat.
I was measuring the dog and the cat for winter clothes.
He's trying to get out of it, but he said,
you're
the fat one.
I had a tape measure, and the cat kept trying to fight me. I'm trying to measure him around, and then when he would, he kept moving, he kept trying to, do these, back flips out of my hand. And I'm like, dude, stop. You're the fat one. And
we were having a conversation, literally. Well, it's like, boo, Bullet Club. It's the Blackpool Combat Club, my friend. They're coming out. They might have a match. Oh, it's that Wheeler Yuta guy, everybody's favorite. Everybody wants his trading card.
Why? Not only why, but why. It's not even an American championship match.
It's really sad when your AEW record is 48-35. They put it on there. What the fuck? Oh my God, lose our face. Ah, my goodness.
Hey, let him win this title and then send his ass over there, and I never want to see him again. Oh, why? Eddie Kingston's wrestling?
He's the ROH guy.
This is
Or the
New Japan strong style.
Strong open weight champion.
They just have all sorts of just stupid belts anymore.
Oh my God, I don't even give a shit. This is dumb. I don't even want to see this. I want to see Fallout shit that happened because of the pay-per-view, not extra new things that don't help or make any sense to me at all.
I'm still debating on doing the show on October 1st. I will watch the build up to it, and if they have normal wrestlers doing normal stuff for this company, I'll do it. But if they're going to do a lot of Japanese stuff, I'm not. I don't like it. I didn't like Forbidden Door. And I know it's a tribute show to a fallen Japanese icon. So I have a feeling it's going to have the Japanese wrestlers involved in it.
Probably a lot of them.
So I probably will watch it. Well, actually, 1,000% will watch it. I just don't know if we'll do the live stream.
Tyler says, I'd be fine if Travis goes bald. Picola says, I have dunks, those same colors as Sammy's, not into the high tops.
I've had the same hairline since I was like in 6th grade.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, actually, when you look like you're bald in 6th grade.
Ayla says, Ravi, you'd look good in that outfit Frodo wore from when he brought the ring back to Mordor. Vindicator says, from my end, it looks like Delith and Travis' shoulders are the same size. Tyler says, whatever happened to the cat when Ayla was over there? What do you mean to the cat? He was fine.
Cat's fine. Cat's kind of an asshole, but he's fine.
So she left him alone, and then he didn't want to eat her. Or as Ayla says, I ate him, Tyler. Well, that could happen too. Jordan's in the chat going, hard nipples, really? Gross, man. Rob is like, do you have 80s style shoulders? It's cool. Walter's like, I mean combat.
Like the suit jacket.
It's like I have shoulder pads that just never go away. Tyler says, oh yeah, Eddie Kingston is defending the openweight title against Wheeler Yuta tonight. Yeah, it's happening right now. Yeah. Everybody's dream match, I bet. Ayla's like, hard nips equal numb toes. And Walter says, Eddie Kingston for the win. Robbie's like, Ayla, you would loom good with a bag on your head. Tyler's like, what the fuck, Ayla? And Ayla's like, plastic one? Thick plastic. Vinegar's like, I'm happy to see Eddie. Just wish he had an AEW title. Tyler says, Ayla just went rogue. Walter's like, how's Leopold doing and others at home?
Everybody seems healthy.
Yeah, all the animals are fine. It's the people you got to worry about. Ayla's like, I was responding to Jordan's comment. And Robbie says, D, come on, man. Japanese are wrestlers, too. That you ate him equals numb toes? Or were you talking about the plastic bag? Robbie's like, D, come on, man. Japanese are wrestlers, too.
Yeah.
I never said anything about them not being wrestlers. Harley says Saturday would have been my dad's 65th. Oh, sorry to hear that. Walter's like, go, Eddie. Young. It was like, do you have shoulders pads or are you happy to see me? Tyler's like, that cat hissed at you, Talitha. Then you sprayed him. Now I see why the cat doesn't like you.
He hissed?
I don't know when he hissed. I think Tyler's like making up shit, but you know, hey.
I've seen him hiss once.
He's hissed a couple times.
Well, he hisses if you hurt him.
He's funny. If you accidentally, get his toe or step on him because he gets under your feet and you accidentally step on his butt, he will hiss at you. He doesn't growl or meow. He hisses. It's funny.
Yeah, I slammed his foot in the door once. A screen door that shuts softly, and it has padding in there. But, and all of a sudden I started hearing this weird air leak, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I was outside, and I didn't know what it was, but he had put his foot up in the door, and then when it shut, it was on his foot, so he was hissing, but I didn't know that he was hissing, because he doesn't make any other noise, so it's just, And I'm like, we're still wrong.
But I have sprayed Leopold. He gets told no a lot, and he gets sprayed. And what's funny, Tyler, is you say that he hates me, which is hilarious. Because if I go sit in the front room with any time, he's like, okay, I'm going to come sit on your lap now.
Mm-hmm. He's funny because if you
fucking
spray
hates
him,
me, all right.
if you spray him, he will come and lay on you.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to get sprayed again, so he just knows that you're not going to spray yourself. He's like, here, let me just go ahead and lay on you. Hey, look, Greek wedding 3. So is it their kid getting married?
Yes.
Their kid getting weddinged.
Yes, their kid's getting weddinged.
Oh, she's getting weddinged, all right.
It was like, message retracted. Tyler says, Blackberry, they are called sumo wrestlers. Yeah. Chris says, Machine Gun Karl Anderson was New Japan Openweight champ. Now it's on AEW TV. Interesting. Ayla says, grab his dick and twist it. That is a wrestling move from what I understand.
It wasn't wrestling. It was ultimate fighting.
Oh, that.
And that makes it even funnier.
Piccolo says Eddie is a bag of milk. Like he's been away for weeks to, what, a fried food sanctuary? He's always looked like that.
Don't body shame him.
He's never looked any different from I've seen him.
Yeah.
So I was like, hold up, I'm going to go find that real quick. Well, there's like, just leave cats be. Feels like Ayla Tourette's much. It was like, he didn't hiss. He just bit my hair until Ethan made him rethink with a spray bottle. She didn't even spray him. I really don't have to spray him, guys. All I have to do is pick up the spray bottle and
just
be like,
show
no. And he's just like, well, okay, I won't. And then he goes and does something else. I told her all she had to do was leave him alone and he'd stop. And he did. He just laid back there, thinking and contemplating death upon everybody but himself. Mm-hmm. It was like maybe a little valley. Pico's like, I bet Leo has a cute hiss.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. He did it the other day. So he was watching a squirrel, and I think he was fantasizing about murder. And the puppy came up behind him and like just started biting on his tail and his butt area. And he started hissing. And then I kind of just grabbed the puppy like, we're not going to do that. I don't know where this will end up. And then Leopold was fine.
Wheeler Yuta needs to pull his pants up.
He doesn't have a butt, so it won't do any good.
I know, but they always fall down. It's so creepy.
It's because he doesn't have a
butt.
It's
like this big old, like, I've got my crotch all the way down to my knees.
He's a hipster. Where's this man bun?
Pickle is like the most unnecessary sequel known to get greenlit. Yes. The big fat Greek wedding. I'm gonna say Chi-Town, Chicago. Chi-Town. What state you guys streaming from? We are streaming from Idaho.
Chi-Town.
But they are doing AEW in Chicago.
It is. They're in Chicago.
Also, the pay-per-view this weekend is going to be in Chicago as well. It was like the dick twist was real. And Dunkle's in the chat. Hey, Dunkle says, can't wait for Sky Blue or Taya Valkyrie's huge rack tonight. Oh my god.
Whoa. Can't wait for the huge hind end.
Is this Chris? I'm just kidding. Piccolo says, sure, Ayla, sure. You've taken your meds yet? Ayla's like, the Idaho, Florida area is where the stream is. Robbie says, if the guy in the green wins, what does that do for him?
Nothing.
I don't know. I really don't know.
The guy in the green. He does have a name. I'm ashamed to say it, but... Eddie Kingston. I thought Eddie was taller than that. Unless Wheeler's all of a sudden tall. I thought Eddie was like 6'3" or something.
I don't know.
Is Wheeler that tall?
I don't know how tall he is. He's not really like short, like, because he stands up there with Moxley and
yeah, I'd have
Claudio,
to see him.
and he's not like really shorter than them.
I want to see him next to the top rope. That's how I judge how tall wrestlers are. Because it's 4 feet.
Mm. Well, it's about under his shoulder blades, like down here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Piccolo's like, right? Irony.
Oh,
Chi-Town says, how's the
back
potatoes? You know what? The potatoes aren't better than what's in Ireland, probably. Ayla's like, they are underwater right now with the hurricane of potatoes. Dunkle says Eddie Kingston's fake, though, guy persona, according to some people in the back. I mean, I don't mind the guy.
9-minute match there, guys.
Oh, you mean tough guy. Fake tough guy persona.
I don't know if that's fake. He might just really be a troublemaker type.
He is from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey.
This place is a dump. You sure it's not Jersey?
Feels like exactly. I can get potatoes and salt life all in 3-mile radius. Such good shit, pal. Roy's like, D, would you say Boise
Claudio.
is a good place to visit? No.
Why is Claudio just walking around the ring?
Because he's a weirdo.
He's like, I gotta go pick up my friend here. Pack him into the back.
Those two really do not like each other, which is funny.
Claudio and Eddie Kingston.
And Eddie. There was like
Is it because Eddie doesn't like him and Claudio's like, whatever, dude?
Right.
Because I feel like Claudio would be the person that just doesn't give a shit. Like, oh, you don't like me? Yeah, I don't care. You know what I mean?
What are you going to do
like,
about it?
What are you going to do about it? And Eddie is the guy over there, like the yapping dog. I'm from New Jersey!
The kangaroo kick! That ended it. That match lasted like 3 minutes. After the kangaroo kick, it was pretty much downhill for the Aussie Open.
It's a big one.
That was probably the only match that was any good on that whole pay-per-view, that last one.
Yeah, with these guys.
It was entertaining and it was good and the storytelling was good.
Dunkel says, so he's from Jersey but wears a Yankees cap, LOL.
I don't remember where he's from. I don't think he's from Jersey, but he could be from Jersey. For some reason, I think he's from Jersey, but there's no baseball team in Jersey.
Maybe he is just from New York. And
Make sure there's no Jersey baseball team. Yeah, there's no Jersey baseball team, right? Like, I'm not making that shit up.
Robbie's like, what's wrong with Boise? Neil's like, not good. It's a mess in Boise. Neil's like, I have family in Boise, and Jordan does too.
Nothing wrong with Boise.
Vindicator says, you'd probably stick to chasing ROH belts from now on. That was an ROH, or no, sorry, that was a New Japan belt, my bad. Yeah, getting it all mixed up.
He's gonna bang some rats.
He's going to speak live after his historic All-In main event up next.
Yeah, because he's gonna go bang some rats.
What did he say?
A week off, finally.
Oh.
He's taking this week off. Nobody knows you.
He's just included himself and stuff. Like, what is wrong with you? No touchy.
Is that a smart ring?
No.
You write on it?
No.
And then it comes up on your watch?
No. Forgot to go to the powwow this year.
You just forgot. You're like...
Yeah.
Wait, is there a state fair going on right now, too?
Yeah, it starts Friday.
Dang. Shouldn't it be over already?
No, it doesn't start until Labor Day. The first weekend is Labor Day weekend that it starts.
Oh, it is in September, huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was at the end of August, but it's not. That's your powwow.
Is it?
August?
Yes.
Is your powwows? Cool. State Fair. Chocolate covered mouse turd. Everything's chocolate covered.
Vinegar says Yuta should probably stick to chasing. I read that. Piccolo says I enjoyed Sting and Darby.
I didn't not like any. All the matches were good. I didn't not like any of them. I just think that the last one had the best storytelling and the best all around flavor is what I was saying. I wasn't dogging on any of it. Sting, Darby, would they wrestle again?
Swerve and Christian Cage.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. I like Swerve. But Swerve
and we
should
were
have
like,
won.
there's no way that he lost that because
And
his hair was sticking out.
Hopefully
of the
they
coffin.
show that his hair was out. And if the hand out is same as the hair out, then it's not official.
True.
They should do a one-on-one coffin match with Swerve and Sting. Just kidding. And Darby. The house elf.
Robbie's like, is there much to do in Boise? Probably. It was like I had to punch an alligator today trying to lay eggs in my potato tree. Jerk. Harley says, does the women in the chat prefer to wear leggings or jeans?
Jeggings.
I prefer... If it's between leggings or jeans, I prefer jeans.
I prefer as a dude looking at women, them in jeans.
Not leggings?
I don't know what a legging is, but...
What McKenna wore for a really long time before she
jeans.
changed.
Definitely jeans. With the wide leg. Like a flare at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Sexy as dick.
Vindicator says Maxwell needing a break from all the talking he does is hilarious. He certainly doesn't wrestle enough to warrant a break. Oh, Finn. And then if he wrestled more, you'd be all sad that he wrestled all the time because you wouldn't want to see him. His scar gets worse and creepier every time I see him. His scar. Right. Look at it. It's like...
Look at this. Look at this. Callis is trying to get Sammy.
I heard you're pregnant. I just heard.
She's about ready to pop.
She's going to pop out a baby.
Don't point at my face. Fair enough.
Ooh.
The scar is terrible. On here, it's way easier to see than it is up there.
Oh, you couldn't see it?
I see it, but this is... Looks like a velociraptor ate half of his head.
But
look at this! Ring of Honor Tag Team Battle Royal!
Brenner's faced that ROH tag something. Grand Slam World Title Eliminator Tournament begins next week. The winner will challenge MJF.
Well, this is all good. So is the tournament all in one night then?
I don't know. All out this Sunday.
Adam Cole, baby! So, AC, because Adam Cole, and then he's got electricity in the middle. Do you know what AC stands for? Alternating current. Means it can go both directions. And DC only goes in one direction. So if you want to take AC and make it DC, you have to have capacitors that stop the current from coming back.
Okay.
That's how you do it. Like a treadmill or something, when you plug it in, it's AC until it gets to the capacitors, and then it turns to DC. And that'll run your motors and stuff. Because they have to run in one direction. You can't have that shit alternating. You'd be running all sorts up and down. Like, run backwards, run forward, run backward, run forward. But about 37 times a second. Or more.
That's funny. Piccolo says wrestling rats just a notch above the trailer rats. Oh my. Dunkel says LOL MGF said he's going to bang some rats like the ring rats. Ew. It says, who's the woman in chat, Harley? Piccolo is given the AOKs and Il's like, I like jeans personally, but depends on where I'm going. Tyler says, Ayla, I thought she did. Anyway, I did a clip of it and put the time Leopold was being a jerk.
That's hilarious.
Sophie says, hotel TVs are weird. They have random channels on it. Piccolo's like, gonna be right back. And Il's like, Sophie, you should get the manager. Il's like, I'm eating finger steaks right meow.
Right meow.
Ravi says, cargo pants or sweatpants for me. Ew. And Tyler says, Ayla turned into a cat rub. And Sophie says, I'm on my way home. I'm on my way home finally. It will take us a while to unpack the car.
Yeah, well. Well, I'm glad that you're heading back home.
So you went to a hotel for like one night?
Do you have to take a boat to your house? Or where you're at, it's not that bad. I just saw some people in a kayak earlier today, just going down the street. Why are you a loser?
Tyler says, how is MJF getting a break before Jon Moxley? Robbie says, so Sammy, is he a big heel? Like
no, not necessarily.
Sammy Guevara or Sami Zayn?
Okay, well, this is AEW.
I understand that, but he spelled Sammy with an I.
Oh. The grammar
with
police.
one M, so it's
Grammar
kind
police.
of confusing to know who you're talking about. Chris says Daddy Magic in the Tag Team Rumble and also Vincent and Dutch. Robbie's like, D, did you conduct electricity from a potato? Nope, I never did that experiment.
I have. I had a watch that ran on it.
You did what today?
I didn't do anything today. I had a watch that I hooked up to a potato, and it worked. It was more like a stopwatch looking thing, but...
Sophie says we have to put the generator back outside. Chris says, hello, Adam Cole and MJF won consolation prizes. It says, why would she do that, Robbie? We have money for power. Tyler says, Travis, it's rub in one direction, not run in one direction.
Rub.
No.
What the hell is this?
Sophie says, most of my stuff is very important.
Yeah, VIP. Stop.
Robbie says, Travis, do you see Cole as a true title holder at AEW?
Yes. Almost needs to be champion. I think he almost should have won. I think, like, I'm right on the verge. I want to see where they go with it, but he should have won. There's Mike Bennett.
Who's that?
He's married to what's her name?
What's her name?
She's the one that got pregnant from WWE and didn't tell him.
Marie Canella?
Yeah. He looks way different. He's slimmed up.
Oh, he remembers. Tyler's like, delete, they got confused today. Robbie says, Ayla, it's a hack. Ayla's like, I try. Harley says, Ayla, what is finger steak? It's basically pieces of steak that are breaded and deep fried.
I thought it was when you just cut somebody's fingers off and eat it.
Technically, it should be that. But...
True.
Ooh, the worst. Really dogging on Chicago, aren't they?
He might get shot. Well, he'd probably get shot anyway, so.
Chris says, LOL story time with Mike Bennett. He had a cuck storyline on Raw with Maria. Ayla says, finger steak is strips of steak breaded, shaped like fingers, kind of deep fried. Yeah, so says if my roommate didn't have to go back to work tomorrow, we would have left the hotel tomorrow, or we would be in the hotel by myself. Oh.
Like, I get the other guys talking, but who the fuck's this guy? In his purple matching shoes and his jacket.
What?
You
This
left
is dumb,
to Florida.
and I hate it.
Like, you guys didn't go to Florida either. By the way, you did go to Florida. You wrestled in the same company as he did, and they cut your ass.
Oh, he was in NXT?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know who that fucking guy is, but Canellis.
Oh, Mike Bennett?
Yeah. He told me to fuck off once.
He's a moron.
I'm not a fan. You do realize that you're completely irrelevant. The dude is irrelevant. Like, who are you and why are you on my television?
Does anybody know who this guy is?
They don't even say his name, for fuck's sakes. I get the other two guys, but Barney out there has no purpose. One pee-pee touch.
That's how close they were. They were so close, they got one pee-pee touch.
Can I have one of your wives? How about one pee-pee touch? Don't mess with the Zohan. Free yogurt. No. One free yogurt a day. Okay. Oh, this guy's terrible on the mic also. Does anybody... Matt. His name's Matt. We got a name. We got a first name. Matt. Does anybody know a last name? Or do we just call him Matt Barney?
I think Chris gives us an idea of who he is, but... Matt Taven?
So, nobody that we've heard of.
Was he somebody else somewhere else?
Did he have a different name at some point?
Was he... Oh, good.
Dude, oh my god, you can't even hold...
He's a wrestling legend. That's hilarious. Oh.
Oh.
That's cute.
He's a legend, all right.
That is adorable. He's adorable in his weirdness.
Well, he's a wrestling legend, everybody.
He's a legend.
You heard it from him. That's how you know it's real.
If you have to call yourself a legend, we know that it's not real.
All right, stop.
Wambulance.
Shivani's as funny as the other guy. What happened to Tony Schiavone? Seriously, he used to be fantastic. Now we need somebody else to take his job.
Like, why are you dumb? Oh, great. Is he a threat? Oh my god, somebody say what it really is on your mind. The guy's a fucking piece of shit. Nobody likes him. He's not even relevant. That's what they need. They need somebody to say that. No, oh my god, yeah, he's so gonna like kick their butts with his neck brace.
Can we move on to some wrestling, maybe?
No. We haven't had wrestling for the last 45 minutes. No kidding. That's 17 minutes. And it is 7:06. We have not had wrestling for the last 45 minutes.
Kassidy.
So stupid. More business of weirdness. Anyways, Ravi says, it's a bit like chicken goujons, but in steak form. And Tyler says Puggles is being weird right now. He's barking at a jar of marshmallow fluff. Cool. It looks like, what the fuck is chicken goujons? What the fuck is that? And Ravi says, yeah, who's the purple dude? So random. It's Matt Taven, Chris said. And Tyler says, I don't freaking know, Ayla. Food for pugs? And Ravi had said, yeah, who's the purple dude? So random. And Chris had said, Mike Taven is kind of like Dalton Castle's same character. Ravi's like, Google it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like if you're on wrestling television, I shouldn't have to Google you.
It's true.
So don't put people on your network that I have to Google. You've been around for 3 fucking years. Use your stars. There's Chris Statlander. Hey, guess what? I don't have to Google her.
Yeah, because we know who she is.
That's fucking weird, right?
And they put her name up there. So strange. Weird. Anyways, Heather said, you do it. Ayla looks like maybe do they have plugs in the UK? Vindicator says, I feel like Cole and these other riffraff could have hashed all this out in Ring of Honor. You think?
Basically anywhere else.
Chris says, LOL, he's making good points, but he's completely irrelevant. Ayla says, no, Robbie. I explain my foods. You can too. Selfish. Robbie's like, what is this segment leading to? Your mom, I guess? Vindicator's like, Matt Taven. And Vindicator says, I don't know about him before ROH, but Taven, Bennett, and Maria are part of the Kingdom. Why they have that name, I have no idea.
Right. So is it a triple threat then? So DMDs?
Guess. Robbie says, Ayla, Google has the answers. And Ayla says, okay, chicken goujons are literally chicken fingers. Robbie, don't be annoying. Chris says, so much copium from these ROH guys. And Ayla says, Robbie, go mod for Google. Robbie's like, Ayla, they taste good. Ayla's like, yeah, we have chicken fingers here too. Finger steaks is way better. Tyler says his real name is Matthew Marinelli. And Vindicator says Strong got less of a pop than Soraya when he came in and basically has made less of an impact too. Harley says, so pretty much chicken fingers but in steak form. Kind of, but not really, because chicken fingers or chicken tenders are bigger and steak fingers are smaller. They're like the size of your finger is what they are. That's why they're called finger steaks. Robbie
so when
says,
I try to play this, it starts at the beginning.
It's weird.
So now I can't watch it. I can't.
It doesn't like put it where it's at.
No. How fucking weird is that?
It's very strange. It sounds like it might not be available to like start or rewind or anything, but it's like that's not what I'm going for. I just want it to start where it's at.
I was just watching it and then I turned it off. God forbid.
You don't turn things off.
So Nyla, who the fuck is the girl in the weird barbarian outfit? Sako? What? And again, guess what they did? Threw somebody out there I would have to fucking Google.
It's true.
3 years. They've been on TV. 4 years on TV.
Yeah. I don't know where you're getting 3 years. I was just letting you go with it. I'm like, whatever. 3 years, 4 years. Doesn't matter. It's a long time.
And that's that, the UFC fighter, right? The one in the green pants.
Maybe.
Shafir.
Is that
Maria
who that
Shafir.
is?
So I know her and Nyla.
Oh, yeah, because she doesn't have shoes on.
And then purple. Hey, guess what? If we don't know who you are, you're going to wear purple.
That sounds normal.
And how I know Shafir's name, do not ask. Like, somehow it stays in there. Because I only see her like once every blue moon. Speaking of blue moons, there's one tonight.
Ooh, a blue moon.
It's not a real blue moon, but it's a blue moon.
But it's what they would consider a blue moon.
It's what people call a blue moon, even though it's not a real blue moon. But it's still pretty cool. Do you know what a real blue moon is?
It's that one where it has to have something aligned, like 2 full moons in a month or something like that. Or is that the fake one?
So 2 full moons in a month is what we're having tonight. That's a blue moon.
Oh.
Right? But a true blue moon, and it only happens like once every like 18 years or something, is when you have 2 full moons in a month, twice in a year, and it's the second one. So it's super rare. That's a blue moon. That's when a Smurf is born.
Ah.
That's the science behind that. The Smurf.
Good to know.
Except for Smurfette. Smurfette was made by Gargamel.
Which is weird. How'd he do that?
He was trying to make gold. So he is trying to make gold. And he needs Smurfs to make gold. That's why he's after them.
Oh my god.
So you can make gold out of Smurfs.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Because they come from the moon?
Anyways, I don't know why you get gold out of Smurfs. He's an alchemist, for fuck's sakes. I have no idea. I'm not an alchemist. So he made a Smurf to therefore make gold, but Papa Smurf came in and stole her. And that's why we have a female Smurf. She was man-made. Kind of like Eve. From the Adam and Eve stories. But, yeah. No woman Smurf has ever been Blue Moon born.
Oh, there you go.
And the other one, too. What's her name? Sasha or whatever. The little redheaded girl.
I don't remember.
I can't remember her name either.
Is she, though? Oh, maybe
Yeah,
she is.
also made by Gargamel.
Oh.
By the way, we are watching wrestling, and we have commercial pay-per-view.
Yeah, we've got
stuff.
picture-in-picture, guys.
Nyla Rose is out there with Britt Baker, I believe.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Whoa.
What? Bad stuff?
His name. Jalen Hurst is, when you pull it, it's Hulu Has Live Sports. That's your name always? Jalen Hulu Has Live Sports?
No. That's weird.
He just got a huge old payday, and now he's doing commercials, too.
That's funny.
Yeah, that dude's wealthy. And the beauty about it is that most of it's guaranteed.
Tyler says, welcome to the Freak Show here on AEW. And Vindicator says, finally, the TBS champion actually shows up on TBS. What a world. Tyler says, Travis in a rant mode. And Ayla says, yeah, Robbie, don't bring up things I have to Google. Tyler says, Ayla speaks truth. Robbie says, Ayla, I Googled your name and nothing came up. And Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Walter.
I don't mind Googling
night.
things.
We'll see you on Friday.
I just don't want to see new wrestlers all the time mixed in with the old wrestlers on AEW. It gets old and it's like annoying. By the way, we're not going to see her again. It's different if it's like, okay, I'm introducing you to a new wrestler. They're going to be like Hook. I'm not a fan of Hook, but I'll give you like Hook. I know I'm going to see Hook again. Like, I get it. I'm going to see him again. So I swallow it and move forward. But this girl, if I learn her name by the end of this match, I'm never going to say it again because it's going to be irrelevant. That's the shit that bothers me. Don't put her on TV unless it's a squash match.
Yeah. Because she's a local or something.
Yeah.
It's true.
Still waiting to hear her name. Anna Sakura, I think. Yeah, trying to keep up here, but I don't know homegirl's name. Oh, shit! Britt Baker just kicked Sheeta in the face by accident. Nyla's right behind her. Look out behind ya! Picks her up, slams her down. The native beast. Statlander's right there. And Nyla, last time these two wrestled, I'm pretty sure put her on the shelf for a year.
It says, and you didn't Google it because Ayla is a Star Wars character. Chris says, oh no, DMD is wearing tights now. She's not really wearing tights. She's wearing chaps.
Yeah, she can't wear her shorts anymore because they just fall off because she lost her butt.
Tyler says, Penta looks hella menacing up close.
I like him, and that promo that he did sounded really good. I was very surprised. He needs to talk a little bit more often.
Robbie says, Ayla, your picture never came up. Chris says, oh shit, finally we get Marina Shafir.
Yeah.
Carlos says, may the force be with you, Ayla. And Ayla says, Ayla, where my name came from is own a
Done.
book. Ayla is Star Wars,
1,
no relation.
2, and 3. It's over.
Good
Shafir
for Chris
gets pinned.
Statlander giving the pin to Shafir.
Just giving her the pin, all right.
Ew. Pico's like, okay, we have 50 minutes. Anyone up for Jeopardy? That was
I'll play anything.
10 minutes ago. I finally got to it. Robbie's like, what happened to Miro? Did he give up on wrestling?
No, he was there. Oh, look at this. Ruby saw. Pele kick.
Not the Pele kick.
Oh, she stole the belt. She just stole the belt? Is she going to keep it? Oh, yeah, she does have shorts on. She's got chaps.
Mm-hmm.
New champion in Chicago.
It says, why would my picture be on Google? What's my last name? Tyler says, no, Robbie. He fights Powerhouse at All Out. And Piccolo says, is Emi Sakura on Dynamite? Okay, LFG. Is that her name? Emi? Vindicator said that. Piccolo says, oh, I wish I could be drinking Blue Moon right meow. Chris says, yeah, there is a super blue moon. Robbie says, what was that, an eclipse? What? Tyler says, sitting in the back of a pickup staring up in the clear night sky. Also, the next one won't happen until 2037.
The blue moon?
The
so is this a
blue moon?
true blue moon then? Wait, what month are we in?
We're in August.
It's pretty early to be the second blue moon or full moon in a month. But if it is, cool.
Tyler says... Robbie says, any women's matches tonight? We were just watching one.
We just watched the women.
Tyler says, I'm watching a show called Hell of a Boss. My favorite character is Luna. Harley says, whatever happened to Rebel, the person who was with Britt Baker? Rebel? I don't know.
Yeah, that is a good question. I know she's still on Instagram. She posts her pretty pictures on there. But
Nicole says, Rebel, a.k.a. Reba, former Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Is that what she is?
Ayla says, I just Googled my name. Nothing, by the way, but interesting. There is an Ayla with the exact same last name out there, same age. Crazy. Tyler says, I don't think Ayla and Talitha are feeling oozy. Travis and Puggles are feeling oozy. Me, I'm just insane. Ayla says, what's oozy again? And Piccolo says, so she's been on the roster. Emmy had been on Dark Elevation a lot. Okay. Piccolo's like, feeling oozy. LOL, Ayla. Behind the times. Pickles like, that is that. Tyler's like a good person, Ayla. Pickle says the bloodline crap from something Sami Zayn mentioned about how someone feels. It was like, sorry guys, I am ashamed. Pickle's like, shame, shame. Tyler's like, that made Roman laugh. Cola. Pickle's like, okay, things happen so fast in the silly male soap opera. Honestly, it's hard to keep up. Chris says, here's my boy, big money Shane Taylor, who reminds me of Mark Henry. And Robbie says, oh yeah, Ruby Soho going ham tonight. Vindicator's like, I gotta admit, I like when Ruby wears shining things.
Yeah. I love it. I loved his hernia stuff that he showed at the end.
His hernia?
Yeah, he was talking about Kenny's hernia.
Oh.
And he's just showing it's a hip.
Oh God. His hip.
Oh, you can have a hernia in your hip?
In your hip? That's funny.
There it is. That's what I want to watch. The Final Adventure.
Is it done? Done?
So it says.
Never again.
It's out.
Destiny. Chris says, Travis, you would like this Shane Taylor guy if he was on AEW instead of ROH.
Who is Shane Taylor? Is that the guy in the purple?
No, that was Matt Taven.
I like all sorts of people. They just need to
Shane Taylor is some big guy. He reminds Chris of Mark Henry.
Oh, yeah. Probably will like him then. Since I like Mark Henry.
Piccolo says, dang, what Don Cal is trying to tell us straight. Gameplays like this is college football live.
I know, too, and he's all tapping on the screen.
Robbie says, AEW, do you see them doing house shows in Europe?
If they do a European tour, yes. But not just one show. We talked about this before. I don't feel like they're going to fly there to do a Dynamite and then fly back. But if they decide to do a tour and be there for like a month or two or something, then absolutely. I mean, that's what WWE does. They'll do like a longer tour and they'll go to Spain and then Portugal and down into Italy and back up into France and over into Poland. But there is a lot of conflict going on the eastern part. Like, they're not going as far as Poland, I doubt, with everything that's going on over in that area.
Right. Vindicator says Kiana James became the next challenger to Tiffany for her belt. And
I didn't watch last night. I should have. I haven't watched in like 2 or 3 weeks now.
Tyler says MJF thinks Claudio won't beat him.
I don't see Claudio wrestling MJF. Is Claudio going to be in that tournament next week?
I didn't see I wasn't looking at all those guys that was in it. Piccolo says, okay, I'll bring up just 3 categories so we can knock those out. Okay.
I'm ready.
Get her done.
Stupendous intellect. Well, since I can't do that, I'm just going to close it.
Tyler says, I'm out, everyone. Good night. See you Friday. Also, won't be here Saturday. Going to Pittsburgh.
We'll be here Sunday, too. So, Saturday pay-per-view, Sunday pay-per-view.
Yep.
Payback and All Out.
Yep. Robbie says AEW got a 5-year deal with Wembley.
Oh, that's way cool.
Wow, 5-year deal, huh?
And it'll be that same weekend every month?
That's crazy.
What's cool about that is that now I can like pencil that in and there won't be any boxing at that time either. Did you see that with Mitch McConnell?
Who's Mitch McConnell?
I don't know. He's this old man. I don't know what party he belongs to or anything, but like they were asking him if he was going to run for Senate, and he like just looked over at him.
Oh, yeah, he's a Republican.
And said,
That's right.
he just like, what?
Had no idea what was happening.
She's like, did you hear what he said, Senator? And he's like, just kind of looking around. They're like, oh, fuck. Well, we're going to have to take a break, guys. It's like his brain. Like, him and Biden should have a debate. That shit would be funny.
They should throw that one old lady in there, too, that's, like, in the Senate. That
There's
she's in a
another one?
wheelchair. Yeah, and she doesn't know what's happening, so they just tell her what to do.
There's like 3 of them. Like, these fucking people, man. It's probably drugs that they're giving them so they can tell them what to do. And it's eating their brain away. And now they're all like, I'd love to see it. That is not scissoring. That referee's all thinking he's cool. It's not a real referee, but the guy in the referee shirt in the back.
Oh, yeah.
He did this.
Ew.
That's not scissoring.
That's gross, dude. That's sicko.
I need to make me some scissors.
For good or just a little bit of back? Vindicator says, delete that! What is Wellington up to? And is Sergio being lazy again? Yes.
Hey, we should get some bow ties like they have. Look at their
Robbie
bow ties.
says, I'm not sure I'm on same date. And Piccolo says, here are the, whatchamacallits.
Oh, the CADs. Oh, category.
The categories are 80s wrestling,
Scissor daddies.
celebrity appearances, and wrestling vocab. So with celebrity appearances, are you using the full thing again?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. We better hurry and get going.
Shikaka.
Chicago. Chicago.
Shikaka.
Are they going to cut it with scissors?
What? Scissors? That's crazy.
Oh, scissor me, daddy. Oh, scissor me, daddy. I'm learning my my chants. Oh, those are just little scissors. Why would they do that? Uh-oh. He's got big scissors.
Gross.
There it is. There it is. Okay, where's the... Oh, my phone's out there. You should look it up on Temu and see if they have some of those.
Some big ones?
Yeah.
If Piccolo, you're saying it's the same, and you can choose 12. So we're doing the double Jeopardy of them, not regular Jeopardy. Okay. Did it wrong. All right, pick a thing. What do you want? Not the 100 through, but the 1200 through. 80s wrestling, celebrity appearance, or wrestling vocab.
Celebrity appearance for 200?
No, it's
12.
Never mind. That's a 1200.
I can only start at 1200.
Yeah, he's doing the 1200 through 2000 ones.
Oh, I didn't know that was an actual thing. I thought they just, when Double Jeopardy came, they just went to 200 through. Anyways, cool. 1200.
There you go.
The smallest.
Celebrity appearance?
Yeah. Wait, yeah.
Celebrity appearance for 1200, Piccola. What is it?
Oh, Sesame Daddy! New belts! Why would they do them in pink?
Because they're wearing pink.
So,
that's
is
their
it just
colors?
theirs then? I mean, I like them, though. Ah! Scissor me daddy belts!
Oh, jeez. That's just silly and dumb. Oh, let's see. Piccolo's like, dang, he has the droopy face. Robbie says, do you ever use capers in your cooking? No. Piccolo says, funny pro wrestling is making me learn current events. How kooky.
I know. Capers?
Mm-hmm.
That's a weapon.
No, it's not.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
You know on Beastmaster, that thing he uses? That's called a caper.
Okay. Harley says, wrestling family, see you off for Friday night SmackDown. Okay,
We'll
Harley,
be here Friday,
Friday night.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're going to be here for 4 days straight.
Piccolo says, oh goodness, I might have to create a whole new thingy for Saturday, Sunday. Chris says they also had the best four-way at Wembley. The women, Robbie says I wouldn't shout that out. You might get locked up. Piccolo says there had to be something, gigantic Barbie uses. Chris says, also like this chant of, oh, scissor me daddy, but when the UK crowd says, oh, Drew McIntyre. Piccola is saying your clue. Here's your clue.
Oh.
It's celebrity appearances. 2 middle fingers were witnessed around the world when SCSA was face-to-face with an iconic figure before WrestleMania 14. SCSA is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Who is Iron Mike Tyson? I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not a hundy on that one, but I think it's Mike Tyson.
Robbie's like, new belts, that's a hoot. Vindicator's message retracted. Pico's like, the belts are perfect for Ken and his trio's partners. Yes. And Vindicator says the scissors part of those belts looks cool, but they still seem too small.
They did look little. I wanted to see him try to put them on.
Tough guys now.
The team.
Did they just say we're going to see it at All Out? I thought it didn't start till next week. All Out's this week. All Out's this week, right?
Yeah, it's this weekend. Sky Blue and Willow versus Ty and Anna Jay.
That's worth
on Rampage, guys.
If that Willow wasn't on there, it'd be worth a watch. I'm not even a remote
Whoever Brian
fan of her.
Keith is versus Hangman Adam Page on Rampage.
Oh,
and
the
the
Outcasts
trios
back
match
together.
on Collision because the Outcasts have to go against those guys.
A women's trio match?
Yeah, weird.
Oh, that's dumb. Jay White better win now.
Pickle says, correct, Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Okay. Pick another
Ooh.
one.
Celebrity appearances for the next $14.
1,400. Chris says, by the way, Travis, on NXT, did you see this broad by the name of Lola Vice with Elektra Lopez? She was hot, and the crowd was behind her.
I did not. I haven't watched
The
it
whole
for a
match
few
for
weeks.
obvious reasons. He'll have to watch it.
I will. I'll go back and watch. But that Elektra Lopez is very attractive also. I didn't realize that she was attractive as she is. When I first saw her, when she was with Santos Escobar and stuff.
Oh. Robbie says, if I wanted to watch talk shows, I would have watched Jimmy Fallon. People is like, yep, and Vindicator says, dang, these dumb battle royals, they should just do a quick 2-week 8-team tournament.
Yes. Sean Taylor. Is that the guy he was talking
Shane
about?
Taylor, yeah.
Hey, cool. We're going to see him this Sunday. Shane Taylor.
For the AEW International Championship.
Up next.
It's up next. Orange Cassidy versus Penta El Zero Miedo.
I like Penta, but Penta's not winning. It'll be Orange Cassidy and John Mox on Sunday.
Again? Haven't we seen that 500
I don't
times?
think I've ever seen it.
I feel like we've seen it a whole bunch of times. And Chris says, oh shit, Brian Keith versus Hangman on Rampage is basically a cowboy match. P. Cola says, here's your clue. Former mayor of Cincinnati and talk show host, he hosted a Monday Night Raw, February 15th, 2010.
Who is Jerry Springer? I forgot he was a mayor.
That's funny.
But I'm pretty sure that's who it is. I could be wrong.
Chris says Brian Keith is also called the King of Underground, so that means he's not known, so Travis won't like that. But obviously now he's known because he's coming to Rampage.
Yeah, if we start seeing him on TV, I don't have a problem with a wrestler that I don't know. I have a problem with them putting wrestlers that I don't know on the main show in a match against wrestlers that I do know that I'll never see again. It's different if it's a squash match. I don't care if
or
it's a squash
if they
match.
put those said wrestlers that you don't know that you'll see all the time, but all of a sudden they're the best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
Like they are so amazing. They're just the most amazing of the most amazing.
Right.
Until you prove that, you know, like, okay, yeah, you can hang out with these guys, I don't feel that it's right that they're like, well, we vouched for them, so they're good. Okay. Great, good for you.
The wig, I mean. The dog looks local.
Robbie's like, orange. Vindicator says Shane versus Samoa will be two big, meaty men slapping meat. People gave you the correct on that one.
All right. 1,600 celebrity appearances. I'm doing it like they do in Real Jeopardy. You just start at the bottom, work your way up. And then when somebody else gets one right, then they can start a new category.
Nobody else is going to ask for one. Sophie's not in here, so.
Nobody likes to play. I like this. This is fun for me. And we only have a half hour.
Robbie says, will Iron Anderson show up? Oh. Feels like, yes. I don't even know Brian Keith. I bet he's pretty damn good, though. Vindicator's like, unbelievably amazing. Pico's like, oh, I should have said Brian Keith is the best thing since Nick Wayne, but I have no clue. Chris says this is kind of a big deal because the Keith guy has never made it to the big time like TV. He's only been in the indies.
Huh. Well, I don't know who he is, so I'm looking forward to it. And he's going to be on Rampage against Pac-Man Page. Add a page. That's hilarious. Can you put something in Jello, really? Or is that just like for TV shows?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could probably put things in Jello.
How would you get it to float?
I don't know. All right, here is your clue.
Oh.
Athlete who K-Fab knocked out the Big Show in WrestleMania 24 match.
Look. It's Floyd Money Mayweather. Who is Floyd Money Mayweather? I have the glove right there from that pay-per-view. I ordered it on pay-per-view.
That's funny.
Floyd Money Mayweather.
Robbie's like, who is Nick Wayne?
Exactly.
Chris says, but at least we got Sky Blue versus Tyra and Anna Jay on Rampage.
Yeah.
And P. Cole's like, ha ha ha, exactly, Robbie. And Robbie's like, AEW don't really have anyone that you want to remember.
There's a few.
Every once in a while.
I like Swerve. I really do like Swerve. Scott, Swerve, Strickland, whatever you want to call him. But we didn't get to see him tonight, which is disappointing. A lot better than the Atlantic champion, by the way. The international champion. Still silly, but... Somehow, he keeps on winning. Am I supposed to call another thing?
Second. All right. Let's see. Yep, that's correct. Picola says.
Well, it's because I have the glove. That's
Robbie's
cheating.
like, isn't there a Little Wayne? I think there's a rapper or something called Little Wayne, isn't there?
Well, yeah, but not in wrestling.
Chris says Pinta's a former Impact World Champ, so he can carry a company if pushed right. Vindicator says, I wouldn't know Brian Keith from Keith Lee, and I don't care. I just want Dr. Faker to retire.
That's not happening.
All right,
anytime
here's
soon.
your 1800 celebrity appearance.
Ooh.
As the governor of California, this movie star had appeared on numerous Raws and SmackDowns over the years.
Who is Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I feel like that got easier as we went down.
Right. Chris says OC has been on a Super Cena run. I'm sick of it.
Well, since we know I got that one right, I'll do the next one. So just go ahead and post the next one. I'll just stay in that category.
Till it's done, which is one more.
Right.
He did that. That's why he did the 1800
I know.
one. Chris says OC has been that. And Pico's like, I gotcha. You mentioned you were running down the line. Robbie's like, I'll be back. Great line. Chris.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
It's a great comeback story.
Arnold?
When he came back in part 2.
Oh.
And she was like in the elevator and she like has a freaking full-blown panic attack. But he's like, come with me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to leave.
You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy.
Not this time, lady.
I'm the good guy. I'm going to get you out of here in the crazy bin.
A couple athletic dudes. Ooh, Orange. Got a sore neck, maybe.
Doing their dude things.
Might have to stop the match.
Oh, no, not the match.
Got a little tightness up in his upper shoulder, upper area. Uh-oh.
Like, no.
Spin him around. Whoa, what's this? Oh, dang.
It's the do-si-do. To and fro.
Did you know once that Chuck Norris went to Britain? Did you ever hear about this? And now they call it Great Britain.
Such a silly, silly joke, Travis.
Yeah, well, it was like the time that he went to the Virgin Islands, but now they just call them the islands.
Pulled that out. Made myself bleed.
Probably. Now you have AIDS in the toe.
Probably. See? Pickle, giving you, here's your,
Ooh.
whatchamacallit, clue. This icon was chosen as a special guest referee of WrestleMania 1's main event, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff.
It wasn't necessarily the referee, right? It was, who is Muhammad Ali? And I think he was an outside referee, right? I can't remember. I think it's Muhammad Ali, though. Who is Muhammad Ali? But I could definitely be wrong on this one.
Robbie's
Hey,
like...
that's another boxer.
Yep. Robbie's like, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't. Fuzzy was he.
Correct.
Pickle's like, hardy har har. Yes. Weirdos. Yeah, game over. Whatever that means. And Peel's like, yeah, correct. There you go.
Chuck Norris lost his virginity before his dad did.
That's funny. All right.
Oh.
Want to do 80s wrestling or wrestling vocab?
Let's do wrestling vocab.
For...
Yeah, 12.
Okay. Wrestling vocab for 1200. Picole's like, yep, Kirkton. Robbie says, who's this masked man?
Penta.
It's Penta.
Miedo. Something. It means no fear.
El Zero Miedo.
No fear.
Picole's like, yep, more boxers. WWE love promoting boxing. And Robbie's like, Chuck Norris, did he die? No.
No.
But death is definitely afraid of him. Yeah, long live life. And Kassidy.
Yeah, I heard that Chuck Norris slapped the doctor when he was born.
Not surprising. He seems like a violent kind of guy.
Fucking Chuck Norris. By the way, the only reason I talk to Chuck Norris every time I see Orange Cassidy is because that's who it reminds me of, because of the denim.
Oh, that's funny.
Every time I see him.
It's because of the denim, huh?
Mm-hmm. Every time I see him, I'm like, it's Orange Cassidy is Chuck fucking Norris.
All right. Wrestling vocab for 1200. Here is your clip.
This is going to be scary.
For example, kendo sticks, brass knuckles, trash can.
What is a foreign object? I have no idea.
Well, it's wrestling vocab, so.
I wonder if that's really it. That's what I call it, but it could be something else.
We'll find out. People will tell us. Maybe.
Or is it, what is hardcore? You know what I mean? He didn't say it was in a match, though. So.
Correct. I also accept illegal object.
Nice.
All right. Wrestling vocab for 1400. A brief match where one wrestler dominates the other.
Ooh, squash. What is a squash match? I need a thing.
What kind of thing?
Where you tap it and it like...
Oh my God.
They sell those for her.
I'm sure they do.
Voldemort has them.
Because they have Jeopardy on there?
They do, yeah.
We used to play those games.
I know, before you got boring.
Oh. How did I get boring? That's you.
You can do it once a day. Oh! Fantastic leg drop. That was Hogan-ish.
Correct. Okay.
Oh, what is... Oh, wait, hold on. Not what is. What's it called? Wrestling vocab for 1600.
Term for the booing from fans.
What is heat? I have no idea. What is booing effect? Do you know that one?
I have no idea what you could call it.
Fickle. That's good.
It's fickle.
What is fickle?
Rob is like, which pay-per-view was it when Stone Cold faced Vince?
I have no idea.
Google it, Ravi.
Use the Google machine. They put that on a... Oh, wait.
Yeah, Heat's correct.
Wasn't it just last year? Is that the one you're talking about, or are you talking about where they had an actual match?
I don't
Because
know.
they wrestled last year, too.
But Heat's correct.
Really?
Yep. Wrestling vocab for 1800. Ready?
Yes.
Storyline, a number of matches between the same opponents.
Yeah, you wouldn't have this much time in a real one, you know, on Jeopardy.
Right.
And the question was storyline?
The answer is, or clue is, storyline, a number of matches between the same opponent. Maybe it's the answer storyline. What is storyline?
That's what I was thinking too.
The number of matches between the same opponent. What is storyline?
Right, because that's what I would say. Is that what he's saying? That he messed up? Or?
I don't know.
Oh. Because
I'm guessing, possibly.
Because
he is
I'm
typing all this out really fast.
The only thing I can think of is a storyline, but since he said that, I can't say.
Is that not the right thing?
So I'm like, what would it be called
What's
then?
another name for it?
Another name for storyline?
Another name for that whole thing.
I don't know. A package, a run. What is a story? Period. I'm done. I don't know. I'm lost. I got it wrong, obviously. I can't think of another way to word it.
Robbie's like, who sang the DX theme tune?
Rage Against the Machine. I have no idea.
He was like, beep, beep, beep. What is a feud or an angle? All right. And
I won't get that if you ask me again tomorrow.
It's true. Wrestling vocab for 2000.
2000.
Wrestler's personality and or distinguishing traits.
What dink, and then what is a wrestler's character? The word character wasn't in there, was it? Okay. Because it's like whether he's a heel or a babyface. I like her. She got old though, which is fine. What? She did. She was just young and Elf. Problem is Elf never ages because it's a movie.
More specific.
What did I say?
What is our character? Wrestler's personality and or distinguishing traits. What is a hill or a face?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's my answer.
Right. Well, that would be character. So what is?
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying
don't
is
know.
more specific.
Yeah. What is?
Hill or face.
Hill or face, I guess.
Ooh, I get to play for a second. Ooh, do I get some points?
You should get points if it's right, because I would have never said that.
A gimmick. So nobody got it. Okay. 80s wrestling for 1200.
Yeah, just start at the top. Or at the bottom, whatever we call that. 2 and
Oh, you
Penta almost had him right there. So is Penta going to win the championship and then go on to defend it on the pay-per-view this weekend?
And then have it for a while?
Well, he would lose. I have a feeling Moxley wins it.
Yeah?
Unless somebody somebody comes after Moxley to start a storyline.
I just feel like it'd be better if they kept it on Orange then and had him defeat Orange. Because Orange has had it for a while.
Right, that's why I said Orange is going to win this, in my opinion, for that reason. But I was wrong about Sheeta winning.
True.
A couple weeks ago.
So wrong.
I just sat here like...
That happened?
What the... I was happy.
Where am I? What kind of garbage weirdness is this?
Kind of it. Is it?
I don't know. Garbage.
Uh-oh, look at that. He swiped right at his shoulder. Another swipe. Oh, God, in the chest.
He's like, I gotta bulk up, man. Oh, no.
Oh, Canadian Destroyer. He got hit with one back. Neither of them are selling them. Canada is
now
destroyed.
They're both selling them at the same time. All right. Here's your first clue for 80s wrestling. WrestleMania 2 had 3 telecasts from Los Angeles, New York City, and what other city?
Fuck. That's a good one. That should have been the 2000s. I don't know. Would it be in Texas? Let's just say Chicago, Illinois.
Where is Chicago?
And that's your 3 biggest cities. It doesn't make any sense to be in Chicago. It's probably Florida or Carolina.
Where is Detroit? Just kidding.
They did some. The WrestleMania 3 was in Detroit. Oh, shit.
Robbie says that was a hard super kick. Yeah.
He should go in the back and change into his black.
Yeah, I don't like this red thing. I'm just kidding. People's like, this is pretty ironic. Yes, Chicago. Also accept Rosemont, Illinois. All right.
I don't know what Rosemont is, so maybe it's a suburb.
Okay. Your 1400 clue for 80s wrestling. Name of the WWF specials telecast late night on NBC.
Hell to the yeah. Saturday night. What is Saturday night main event? My favorite time to be alive. Still talk to my cousins about it to this day. That's the time we'd all spend with my grandpa. And my cousins would come up from Utah. Mm-hmm. Trent and Adam.
That's funny.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, he broke him.
Kassidy's got a broken neck.
He's like, I moved.
His hand's on the rope. He almost had him, though. Penta had it. But he got his hands on that rope. I'm pretty sure he lands on his head here.
1600 clue.
Ooh.
The Ugandan giant.
Uganda. Who the fuck is a Ugandan giant? Who is the Giant Gonzalez? I honestly don't know. I don't know why Gonzalez would be from Uganda, but it's the only giant I could think of.
This is coming out to be a very close roll-up.
There it
and
is!
he
Gosh
did it.
darn it! Heavens to Murgatroyd!
Orange Cassidy got that sweet
Orange stole it.
with that stupid fruit roll-up move they do on Penta. Orange Cassidy retains that title, and they're not happy about it because they're like, blah,
There's no
blah,
happiness.
blah, blah. No happiness.
No happiness.
Chris, this is some BS, man. Take the title off.
I think he'll lose it on Sunday.
Robbie says, in your house always did well. It was, who is Kamala?
Oh, Kamala, the great Kamala. And I was going to say Kamala, but I was thinking it was more modern. That's
80s.
the. Oh fuck! I forget.
80s
it's 80s
wrestling.
Well, I forget the category.
All right, the category is 80s wrestling for 1800.
Yeah,
The Barber.
oh yeah. Who is Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
People's like, wow, that was pretty controversial. Yeah, I threw a chair. Oh no, what's it gonna
Bullshit.
say?
We've seen him do an interview before.
Inside of a ring.
Yeah. Remember when he was wrestling Jericho in the Mimosa match?
Oh yeah.
And they were doing that build up, and Eric Bischoff was in the ring with him.
Oh.
I thought he was going to retire.
He's talking way too much for Orange Cassidy. I don't like it. I think he's breaking character.
Yeah.
He's throwing off the whole gimmick. Just kidding.
Well, I got that right, so let's move on to the next one.
Did you? Did you get it right? Nobody knows that you got it right. He didn't say you got it right. Anyways.
Who was the barber? It's Brutus the Barber Beefcake. There's only one.
It's probably Joseph Lee. You don't know.
Well, there was another barber, I think.
In the 80s?
No. Maybe.
Pigla gives you your 80s Wrestling 2000. It says, the company who presented all the videotapes of every WWF pay-per-view. They can't do it.
Who is Vivid? No, I don't know. That's a porn company. I honestly have no...
Oh, my.
I have no idea. So, who is Ultraviolet?
Robbie says this is the outcome that was always going to happen. Chris says he's talking, so he's losing it all out. Robbie says Orange has a voice. Well, who would have known? Vinegar's like, so Orange versus Penta was the best match of the night for better or worse. LOL. But everyone here, take care. See ya for explosives made of Dynamite next week, too.
Did we finish?
Vindicator, we're going to be here on Sunday for All Out pay-per-view. And you have been watching AEW stuff, so don't forget to come in and hang out with us for a minute. Anyways, Piccolo said, yeah, my bad, that's a gimme. Brutus the Beefcake is correct. And it was called Coliseum Home Video for the last one.
That was a great 2000. That could have been a double Jeopardy,
the double Jeopardy where you have to put in your money. How? What is my score? I'm gonna put it all in there. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for AEW Dynamite. They did pop up some of the All Out matches, but I didn't read them and didn't catch them. I was doing other stuff. Anyways, we'll see you guys on Friday for Smacketh the Downeth. Which is, right before Payback.
Which will be Saturday night.
Which is Saturday night. So we'll see if they're going to do any story stuff there or anything like that. And then we'll be doing both the pay-per-views this weekend, guys. We'll be doing pay-per-view for WWE Payback, and then on Sunday we'll be doing All Out. Both of those are in the evening, so...
They both start at 8 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. All right, guys. Thanks so much for you guys joining us. We really do appreciate it. Piccola, thank you so much for doing some Jeopardy. I know that takes a lot of time for you to make those up, so I really appreciate your time doing that stuff. So, Ravi, thanks for staying up. And Vindicator, good to see you.
We will talk to you guys on Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab.